take the time to settle in and to form an intention for this period of practice that feels right for you. It could be as simple as to just be present, to let this moment be just as it is, without needing it to be other than it is. Allow yourself to settle down in your chair with your legs uncrossed, your feet flat on the floor, hands resting gently in your lap, and your spine straight but not stiff. You can allow the back of the chair to support your lower back, making a stable base for your body, with your shoulders held back and down and your chest held open. Allow your head to be centered and balanced comfortably between your shoulders, while letting the crown of your head reach up towards the ceiling and your chin lowered slightly. If it is comfortable for you, let your eyes close gently, or keep them open, especially if sleepiness becomes a problem for you. Make yourself as comfortable as best you can, while maintaining an alert, dignified sitting posture. Bring your awareness to the sensations of the body and the movements of the breath, exploring the patterns of physical sensations where your body makes contact with whatever you are sitting on, or the sensation of your clothes on the outside of your body. Perhaps also any internal physical sensations, just settling in to awareness of these sensations. Now, tuning into your breath, notice the air passing through the nostrils, down past the back of the throat, chest and abdomen, and rising on the in-breath, and the abdomen and chest falling back towards the spine, and the air slightly warmer as it leaves the nostrils on the out-breath. Focus your attention now on the movement of the breath in the lower abdomen as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Notice the abdomen rising on the in-breath, the skin of the abdomen stretching slightly, and the abdomen falling back towards the spine on the out-breath as the breath leaves the body. As best you can, bring mindful attention to the rhythmic flow of physical sensations in the abdomen. Be aware of the full in-breath and aware of the full out-breath. Perhaps also aware of the slight pauses between when one breath ends and the following in-breath arises. Over and over again with each breath. In each moment, there is nothing to change or control, simply being an observer of the breath, letting it breathe itself. Checking back in with your posture and the body. Are you slumping, leaning in a particular direction, or are you perhaps stiffening? And being mindful of choosing to adjust or not to adjust, and returning your awareness back to the movements of the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. In this moment, there is nothing to be fixed and no particular state to strive for, just allowing whatever is present to be present as it already is. Simply observing the movements of the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Gently riding the waves of the breath. There's no need to control the breath in any way, just letting the breath breathe itself. And as best you can, bring the sense of allowing to the rest of your experience as you expand your attention back outwards to include, along with the awareness of breath, a sense of the physical sensations that are present in your body as a whole. Perhaps noticing local patterns of sensations where your body makes contact with your clothes or the chair. Perhaps noticing where your hands rest on your thighs or on each other. Or perhaps no sensation at all. Just tuning into what is present without needing to find anything in particular. Holding all of this in this wider, more spacious awareness of the movements of the breath and the body as a whole. As you sit, you may also find that particular physical sensations call for your attention. It might be a painful sensation that you deal with on a daily basis, or maybe an itch or some sense of uncomfortableness. You might choose to experiment with bringing a sense of curiosity to the sensation, going beyond a label of pain or itchy or uncomfortable, and deeply observing the quality of the sensation and see what happens. Does it shift, grow, or change in intensity? Are certain thoughts or emotions arising with the sensation? Just explore the sensation, observe it, and perhaps become aware too of any separation of the sensation from the label, thought, or emotion that might be tied to it. As you are observing the sensation with this quality of attention, if you decide to make an adjustment of one form or another, say to scratch an itch, experiment with making that a mindful process as well. Be aware first of the sensation and the arising urge to scratch or to readjust your position in some way, and then mindfully making whatever adjustment you need to be kind to yourself in this moment. Then return your awareness back to the changing pattern of physical sensations as you breathe in and as you breathe out, and of the sensations that are present in the body as a whole. If at any point bringing awareness to an intense sensation such as pain feels too much, be kind to yourself and shift your focus of attention, anchoring it on the movements of the breath. Perhaps also noticing the slight pause between the in-breath and out-breath. Letting your breath be an anchor to the present moment, holding you in awareness of your direct experience, here and how. Using the breath as an anchor that gently, kindly, and patiently brings you back each time you notice your mind wander, over and over again. Always the fresh opportunity to notice the thought pathways of your mind and return awareness back to the breath, into awareness of the body as a whole. Just noticing that your mind has wandered is mindfulness itself and is the practice. Just noting where your awareness is, be it on your thoughts, emotions, and sensations. Perhaps labeling it as thinking or, there's sadness and an uncomfortable sensation. And then always the opportunity to return, to reconnect with your body and your breath with awareness of the present moment. Aware of the full in-breath and the full out-breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. If you find an unpleasant or uncomfortable thought or emotion arise, again, as best you can, bring a curiosity to observing that experience. Typically, when our experience is unwanted or unpleasant in some way, we push it away, want it to end or to change or to be different in some way. Here, we're asking you to explore what happens when you let such experiences just be here, as they are. Breathing with the experience, accepting it as part of the infinite landscape of the present moment, then bringing full awareness back to the breath. You may find that a particular worry or thought keeps resurfacing in your awareness. And you might find from time to time that you get carried away with a thought, mulling over a certain situation, or perhaps what a certain person said or didn't say, and how you yourself responded or feel you should have responded. A running stream of commentary. When you find yourself carried downstream in such a way, pausing as best you can, maybe noting your experience. There's anxiety and worry, or there's muscle tension and frustration. And then, with kindness, firmly bringing your awareness back to the breath and the sensations in the body. Once more, anchoring yourself in the present moment. It's as though you are sitting in an open field, watching thoughts, emotions, and sensations floating by like clouds in the vast sky. When you notice that you have been swept along with a thought, emotion, or sensation, when your attention has drifted along with a cloud, simply note that and return back to the open field, watching thoughts, emotions, and sensations come and go just as clouds come and go, without leaving a trace on the bright, wide, open blue sky. And now, as we come to the end of this practice, focus your awareness back fully on the in-breath and out-breath, and take a moment to experience a sense of gratitude for having done this practice, for having taken care of yourself in this way. And knowing that as you go about the rest of your day, there's always the opportunity to return back to observing your breath and letting thoughts, emotions, and sensations float on by just as clouds in the sky. As you are ready, and there is no rush, just beginning to slowly bring your awareness back to the room. And as it feels comfortable, just letting your eyes open.